Hey, welcome back to my channel, ladies and gentlewomen. Today I wanted to do this video basically talking about what I feel are my favorite drugstore beauty buys. The category is going to be pretty broad. It's going to cover hair stuff. I'm going to talk about some skincare stuff, but I'm definitely going to be talking about makeup. I've been getting tons of compliments, I would say, for the past year on how good my skin has been looking, and I have been pretty consistent with the face wash that I've been using. This is the Cetaphil Gentle Skin Cleanser. I do not use the Cetaphil face wash, and I will tell you why. I personally find that the face wash from Cetaphil is a tad on the harsh side. The gel consistency for me is a little drying, and the funny thing is I don't even have dry skin and I don't even have sensitive skin. But I've just grown so accustomed to the skin cleanser because it's very moisturizing for the skin. Believe it or not, yes, your face wash can make a difference in how oily your skin is. It's been helping a lot. It's inexpensive. It lasts me forever, and that is why I consider this not only like a drugstore beauty favorite, but just a favorite in general. Another habit that I've picked up for the past 2-3 years is washing my face only one time a day. That's nasty. No, it's actually really not. It's balm for your skin. My breakouts stopped significantly when I stopped washing my face morning and night. It was just too stripping on the face, I was removing too many natural oils. And so I had picked up, like, I've heard people using like witch hazel or using like a toner in the morning when they wake up to cleanse their face as opposed to completely washing it. And believe it or not, it actually worked. And so ever since I have changed my routine to doing that, my skin has broken out significantly less. It is a lot more gentle on the skin. I go back and forth between using witch hazel or this Pixi Skin Treats Glow Tonic. I love this because it has ginseng on it. It's very soothing on the skin. It doesn't like burn or anything like that. It's not too harsh. Like some of those toners are just way too like harsh and cooling. I don't get that feeling from the one from Pixi at all. This one can be bought at Target, and it's a little on the pricey side for a drugstore product. Like I said, I would also recommend witch hazel. It all just depends on what you would like your skin to do. I find that this one is a little bit more medicating for the skin. You can feel it. This is a really good buy. I would definitely recommend it, and as you can see, it's almost time for a new one. It's about halfway gone, so I really like that. And I have some of their eyeshadow palettes from Pixi that I'm going to be using in some upcoming tutorials, so you guys have to remind me of that. So a couple videos ago, I've been introduced to you guys to like my big like top favorite foundation list for like women of color, and of course I had to include Revlon Color Stay in this video because that was one of them. I love the finish of it. It's got a pretty decent shade range, and the coverage is nice. The only thing, and you guys have been pointing this out numerous times in my video, the only thing is Revlon Color Stay is the only foundation that oxidizes, so I would say after about 2 hours it gets a lot more warmer than it actually is. It's really not something that's to be, I really don't care. Like, I really don't care. As long as it looks good when I put it on and I take pictures, that's all that matters. But when I'm filming with this on, it looks way more oranger in camera than it actually does in person, unfortunately. So that's the only drawback. It's not something that I would use for professional photo shoots. It is something that's good to start. It's something that's great to get you started with. But yeah, I mean, it comes pretty damn close. It's pretty awesome. So I'm going to be talking about a lot of old favorites, but I really feel like this list needed to be compiled, and it's not very long. But the EOS lip balms, I have raved about these, and I've been using these for a long time. I have not used anything else since using these and adding these to my regimen. This is literally all I use. Whenever I get remotely close to running out of one of these, I go to the store and buy 2 backup. Like, I don't play with lips. I do not play. Let me tell you why. Because I don't. Okay, I just don't like having dry lips, you know, like it's not cute. And I find that these are very moisturizing, they're cheap, they're cute, and it just like, it's funny because these almost like kind of start a conversation. They're like icebreakers. Like, I'm like talking to someone and maybe it's a little awkward, and then I'll like reach in my bag and I'll put my chapstick on, and they're like, hey, what's that? And I'm like, oh yeah, girl, it's EOS lip balms, they're so cute, they fit in my purse. And people are like so amused, but I don't know why people are so amused by these, but they're so cute, and I love them. Not using anything else. Okay, speaking of lip things, I'm kind of all over the place with this list, so whatever, bear with me. Speaking of lips, anything, and I mean almost anything from NYX right now is like the business. Like I am all about it. I'm all the way here for NYX Cosmetics because their lip butters are so moisturizing. I like the fact that they have an extensive and very, very, very inexpensive line of lipsticks. The only thing that I don't care for about NYX and their lip products is they need to kind of work on their nudes for us. And when I say us, I mean everybody that is like beige down, honey, chocolate, okay? Because they just read a little ashy, and it's very, very hard to work. I feel like I'm pretty skilled with making products work, making do with them, you know, like pairing them with the right liner, and like I can just, it doesn't work. That's just with NYX. That's just, you know, that's kind of like the drawback when you're working with a brand that's on the inexpensive side. I'm not bashing the brand as a whole because it's got a great line of stuff, but I mean, let's just say I wouldn't go to them for nudes. I'll just keep it at that. Everything else, like their bold colors, their bold pinks, their bold oranges, glosses are fabulous, and they are very, very, very smooth. I like the smell of them. They are fabulous, okay? And they're so inexpensive. Like, I mean, it's a win-win as far as I'm concerned. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. So, NYX, depending on where you live, they are now carried at CVS. They carry NYX at Target now, which is nice because initially, maybe it was just me, but I only noticed NYX when they were like at Ulta's and little smaller retail, like beauty supply stores. So now I guess they're like expanding to an actual drugstore. So I thought it would be nice that I can actually include these in the video because it's literally a drugstore product now. Another product that I've been using in quite a few of my tutorials, but I always forget to mention it. And I mean, I've used it probably in the past like 5 tutorials, and I've been a user and lover of this product for about a month or 2 months now. Been using it all summer. This is the NYX Proof It. They advertise it as a waterproof eyeshadow primer, but like, and I just noticed that like 2 days ago. I'm like, what the? I've been using this on my brows this whole time. This is an eyeshadow primer, and it's funny because when you look at the packaging, it shows you applying it on the brow. Whatever. I don't use it on my eyes. It makes a great brow primer. It helps keep the brows from being too slick. Like, you know how like after you put foundation on and your brows are just like that slick, they just don't, the wax and the pencil just doesn't glide the way you want it to when the skin is nice and matte. And this helps just keep the brow in place, keep the brow from moving and slipping and starting to separate after you start to sweat. And it literally is just a great way to keep those brows like in place. So I've been using this damn near every single time I put on makeup. Very, very, very satisfied with this product. I have about 3 of them now, so I'm gonna be using this for a while, okay? I haven't used it for a shadow primer yet. I'm gonna play around with it, see how I like it. I'm just not really like into shadow primers. I guess I just don't really need one. I don't really find a use for them on me. So yeah, we'll see. I'll play around with it and see how I like it. So check that out, guys. Okay, so I wanted to talk about e.l.f. brushes. All of these things have been in my favorites videos at one point. But I have been using the e.l.f. powder brush for about, how long? What, 2 years now, guys? A year? I don't know. But this is my favorite foundation brush. And guess how much it costs? Guess how much this brush costs? You know what? I'm gonna let you Google how much this brush costs. I'm gonna let you Google how much this brush costs, but it's so amazing. And now I have like 5 or 6 of them because I use them on clients. It gives me full coverage. They are very easy to blend. I love the way it feels when I'm stippling my foundation on with this brush. Like, this is like, foundation is like my favorite part now because I love this brush, and I still use my beauty blender when I'm applying foundation too, but this brush is so freaking badass. Like, I'm sorry, excuse my French. This is a freaking amazing, phenomenal brush. It's good to have a few of the same brush that you use over and over and over again, you know, so you don't have to put all that wear and tear on one single brush. So that's what I do. It's very inexpensive, and if you find them at your store, buy them because they're really, really, really dope. And I use these with all my high-end foundation. I use these with my professional foundations, and it's like an oxymoron. I just love it. I want you guys to check out this brush. You've seen me use it. Why haven't you bought it by now? It's awesome. Another one that you guys see me use quite frequently in almost pretty much all of my videos is their makeup misting set. This is a misting, I would call this a fixing spray. A lot of people like to refer to these as setting sprays. these don't set your makeup. Basically, this is just a great product to keep your sponges damp. It's a fixing spray, you know. So when I'm applying foundation, okay, and it just, you know, you can only blend so much until that foundation starts to set. It's not really going to move around too much. A good thing that I personally like to do with my sponges and my brushes is I like to spray it every so often, just give it a quick, you know, little pick me up. It's kind of like, come on, keep working. Foundation, we're not done with you yet. We want you to blend a little bit more. So that is what Makeup Mist and Set does. And if you're cheap like me, when you run out, you just fill it up with water and get about another 2-3 months out of it. I don't even care, girl. But this honestly runs you for like $3. This one is another one that's almost always sold out. So when I see it, I buy it. And you have to keep you really have to be careful when you're buying this, because I don't know whose idea it was, but the Makeup Mist and Set and their brush cleanser are both like literally in the same exact package, same exact font. They look the exact same. So one day, needless to say, I was using brush cleanser on my sponges and I was not very happy about that, but you know, it's a learning process, okay? So don't do what I do and don't learn the hard way like I did. Keep an eye out for this one. Just make sure you read the packaging because it's tricky. No, just kidding, this isn't the last item, but my favorite drugstore conditioner, and probably a lot of you naturalistas know about this one too, is the Herbal Essence Hello Hydration Conditioner. I believe it was Mahogany Curls in her old, like one of her first videos. I think it was her, I could be wrong, who put me onto this conditioner, and it's amazing. It's inexpensive. Well, yeah, it's kind of up there for a drugstore product, but it's worth it. And I always try to get the really big, because we use conditioner like crazy. I try to get the big one when it runs for like $8 at like Target. Sometimes they have it on sale. You might get like a buy one get one free sometimes, but that is my favorite conditioner. My favorite conditioner. It's not something that I use every day, but when I really want like defined moist curls, I go for this one. It does exactly what it says it's going to do. It's very hydrating, very moisturizing, and yeah, I like that they have also the little travel size ones because it's good to keep the hair like conditioned throughout the day. So there's that. And last product that I want to talk to you is probably one of my favorite of all of them, because I not only use them on myself, but I use them on my kids. I love the extensive shade range of this line, and I love what this line is doing for women of color. This is the Black Opal Flawless Stick Concealers. They are so amazing. They're so skin-like. They mimic like literally just all of the golden tones of my skin. They just give me like this inner glow without looking too artificial. A lot of concealers tend to be a little too pink for women of color, and or too just too pink or too like red. I find that this is a great one for when you just kind of want a little brightening under the eyes without looking too obvious like you're wearing makeup. I buy these at Rite Aid for like $6. What you would have to do is, in order to find black up in your area, you're gonna have to go, I can't tell you where to buy black up in your area, but fortunately if you go to their website, I think it's blackopal.com, or just Google Black Opal, just put in your zip code and it'll tell you like what retailers specifically in your area can carry them. I typically find that drugstore products, they work with who are they servicing in the area. Okay, so if there's a drugstore in an area where there's not a lot of like women of color, then they're just not going to provide that product. That's just the way that it is. So sometimes I find myself going out of my area, or like out of my old areas that I've lived in, to find specific products that cater to my skin tone. So I love these concealers. Their foundations are okay, but the concealers are phenomenal. Like phenomenal. I'm just going to continue using these. These are amazing. I have them in my kit now, and I like the fact that it's on a stick. I can just apply where needed, blend it out, I'm good. I think my favorite part of that concealer is the shade ranges. They just look so natural, and they photograph so beautifully. So I definitely want you guys to check out that product and all of the other ones mentioned in this video. I hope that you guys found this video somewhat helpful, and I hope that I kept it as well-rounded as I could. I tried to cover quite a few topics. So oh, and information on the necklace. This is a new item in my Shop Market boutique. I really want you guys to check out some of the new stuff that I've got. So I'm going to leave a link to that down below. Definitely check that out. If you have not been following my blog lately, I've been doing tons of like outfit posts lately, showing other new stuff that I have in my collection. So if you're not following my blog, get on it, girl. MakeupGameOnPoint.com. If you like this video, of course, you want to support and see this channel grow, right? So thumbs her up one more time for me, and thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you guys at the next video. Oh, by the way, I should probably tell you guys what I'm wearing on my lips. This is the before you guys ask, I know somebody's gonna ask, this is the Lorac Pro lip color in Rose Taupe. This is the one that everybody's wearing for the Kylie Jenner tutorials. It's amazing on dark skin, by the way. And I wore a NYX lip butter today. This one is peach cobbler. So I just basically put a mauve pink, an orange on top of a mauve pink. I don't know. I was feeling creative. Not something that I would typically do, but I kind of like the way it turned out, right? I'm going to zoom in. Yeah, girl. Okay. Alright, that's all I got. I'm done. Why still watching? I'll see you on the next video. Bye!